So, as some of you may know, I am not what's the word already? I already forgot the word. I am restarting. Yeah, continuing, something like that. Work on the video that I started some months ago before I decided to take a break and wait for direction from the Most High. And I do believe that I received that direction. It didn't come exactly the way um, I would prefer, you know. Um, but I think I mentioned in a video maybe last week or something or so that I had been learning to follow that leading that I get sometimes. That almost pressure or that I don't want to use the word fire. That just sounds a little too hyperbolic. But I get that intense feeling inside, and it and if I bottle it up, it kind of it gets the feeling like it's gonna come out one way or another. And so I'm 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 going in my head. This has to be the way he speaks to me, and I followed that leading. Um, I think it was last week. Yeah, it's around Thursday ish or something like that. When I had a incident at work with somebody, and instead of um, actually it happened on a Wednesday, and then the conversation happened on a Thursday. Uh, I don't say this to brag or anything, but I I felt that leading to pray for him, to pray for this coworker that I had a problem with, and while we almost got into an altercation, physical altercation, it didn't happen that way. And before he went home, I prayed for him. I prayed that the Father would work on him and deal with him, and and also I felt like the Most High wanted to work on him and deal with him. And so the next day when he comes in, he there wasn't, let's just say, the conversation that first started happened in a way where I could have taken offense because it was kind of condescending the way he approached me and started talking the next day. But I began to instead talk about why I am the way I am. And I told him that I am a man of faith. And I began to tell him about my relationship with the Most High and how I govern myself with the understanding that no matter where I am and who I'm working for, ultimately I'm working for the Most High, not anybody who I can immediately see in front of me. My boss is the Creator, Yahweh. That is my boss. And I started getting into that and started talking about rebellion and have people having attitudes and what these attitudes are really aimed against, how destructive they are. I'm going off on a tangent. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but here I am talking about it. And so he started listening to me, and his demeanor changed. He began to be like really receptive of things that I was talking about, and that hostility went away. And so I began to share with him um, things that I knew about the Bible, and he began to listen. And I gave him also some recommended YouTube channels to watch because we were talking about some things in the Bible that I believe he needed to know. And he said he would go home and watch those. Now Friday, that was a good talk. We had a good talk. Oh yeah, I wasn't there Friday, but I came back Monday, and no, I was there Friday. But he wasn't there. Yeah, he wasn't there Friday, and I was off Monday, and I guess he was there Monday. So I didn't get to see him again after that. And then that Monday ended up being his last day. So I know that I left him with some things to watch, some things to think about. I don't know how much he has changed overall, and where or what will happen to the seeds that I planted. You know, it's all in the Most High's hands. But anyway, getting back to why I even went there in the first place, I have been learning to recognize when the Most High is trying to lead me to do something. So, you know, the problem always was that I didn't trust myself. So I always wanted the Most High to be absolutely, like, smack me over the head obvious with everything. And from my experience, he's only done that thing one time. Maybe possibly twice, but for sure one time. And that's when he opened the door, literally opened the door in my house without me asking him to while I was praying. And scared the good googly moogly out of me. There was no evil presence in the house. I'm just saying I didn't expect that door to open up. And that door, all my probably decade or over a decade of living in the house, that door has never moved on its own. And it completely opened up by itself as I was praying. So that's the only time he has been just, you can't miss it, obvious with me. All the rest of the times I've been kind of feeling like I've been left to interpret things, and since I don't trust myself, I am afraid to deceive myself. So I don't trust when I think, even if I think that the Most High may be leading me, I keep thinking, but is this the desire of my own heart actually? Is this what I want? Is this my flesh, or is this something else like that, you know? But so recently, I'm getting better at talking to, or at least getting back to, I often wander off and forget what I wanted to say and just get off into all these other things and never come back to the point. But I'm getting better about coming back to the point, or either at least remembering the point too. So I've been feeling that leading about restarting the work on the Ultimate Gender War Part 1. The video that I started some months ago. And this video is going to I'm going to attempt to condense the most important reasons, or the main reasons, why I have this strong conviction that the spirit, or the one that we call Lucifer, is actually a female entity. And the thing is, though, last couple of days since I've been working on it, they've been, especially the first night, it was really hard because I was getting, you know, I'm so afraid to go, or at least perceive or think that I might be going against what God said in His Word. And even though I can clearly see something in His Word and clearly see it in the world around me, that fear kicks in, and I start thinking, am I being deceived, or am I deceiving myself? You know, And then, and of course, I pray about that. I pray, and I told people before on videos before that I do this in fear and trembling, and then I mean that. I mean it. And then he showed me things, or at least I will see things in the Bible. I'm going to give him credit and praise for it. So yeah, he showed me things that put my mind at ease and say, yeah, this is true. But even I know when I hear myself say it that it sounds so crazy that I start to reject it and I start to fear again because it sounds so insane. But I think, if I was lying, especially when I look at YouTube and the way the world is these days, if I was lying, I probably would have had like 50,000 subscribers and 100, or at least 1,000 or 10,000 views on every video, whatever. That's kind of the way the world works. So it might be a witness that I'm not lying. The fact that I don't get numbers like that typically, and I only have like uh, 5K something subscribers. So after all these years, but I'm sorry for making this video so long. So I still though I tense up. I feel that anxiety still, even though the I'm past that first day where I really had a struggle. I really had a struggle. I went to bed. I almost literal pain in my body because of the problems that I was having with this, and still I get anxious, even though I can clearly see it, and I feel like yes, the Bible bears witness to it. The anxiety of saying this to people and knowing how crazy it sounds is it's extremely stressful and it's very uncomfortable. And that's why, and I kid you not when I say that I have told the Most High numerous times, I wish I never looked into this subject at all. I wish I never. I wanted to know, is the Jezebel spirit real? If it's real, what is it? Is it? Let me show me in the Bible, because if it's true, it's in the Bible. And I said, I'm not lying to you at all. About 2 days ago, or at least that night where I was really going through it, I said that was the worst mistake that I can, at least, or what was it? I can't remember exactly what I said. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think I said that I wish I could take it back. I wish I never looked into it. And I know that I said something like that was something about it being a mistake, like a terrible mistake looking into this subject. Because now I can't go back. And I've said that in a couple of videos before too, that I wish I can go back. I wish I can go back to seeing the world the way I saw it before, and not see it this way. And honestly, I don't even want to burden other people with that. I know I sound really whiny and complaining right now, but if I don't vent, then I'll just be bottled up. So I gotta have an outlet, and very few people see this channel anyway. So I'm sorry for those of you who do have to listen to it, but it gives me an outlet to get stuff like this out of my system. But I'm not on YouTube for clout or for attention or to deceive people, because I really don't see how any of this was really worth it. I'm only doing what I think I have to do. But if it was up to me, I would I would totally forget about this. If possible, I would do the little Men in Black mind wipe thing and go back to the way the way 99% of all the other people who read the Bible think, and that is believing in a male Lucifer and not and being completely ignorant about all this goddess worship stuff, or still thinking this Semiramis and Nimrod or whatever. And it matters because, it's true. It really is. It's not something that is pretending to be a female. The Most High really did create a female spirit being, angel, whatever you want to call it. And it's just, sorry, it is notification. I forgot to mute the phone. I need to get back to work, but I'm going to have to finish this video. I'm almost finished writing it out or planning it out and uploading it. I am going to be so nervous because I know the comments are going to come, the ridicule. Sometimes it's easier when people don't watch things because you don't have to worry about people making videos saying how crazy you sound and how ridiculous you sound and how you're a false teacher and this and that. So that's a good thing about not being known or stuff like that. So anyway, thank you all for bearing with me and bearing my burdens. To those who do the will of my Father in heaven, may our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shai, bless you.